We certainly want to welcome you all here tonight, and thank you for coming over, helping us turn another milestone in the history of the Hamden Fire Department, and to show you that we believe in keeping our men active, even though they're not Mount Carmel Volunteer Fire Company, but the Hamden Fire Company. Our former secretary of the company, Chief Leddy, will take over tonight.
Thank you, Joe. His name is Raymond, but I call him Joe. And we won't go into that because it's going back too far in history. Reverend clergy, Mayor DiMeo, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, and brother firemen, I'm very pleased to participate in the dedication of this fine addition to the Mount Carmel Fire Station. And I'm pleased because I know that the dedication of a new fire station can mean a lot to the community, the people it serves, and to the men who will occupy it. Now, the enthusiasm that will be generated by the members of this company makes the effort all worthwhile. I can speak from experience because, as you know, we've dedicated 2 new fire stations in the past 7 years in Hamden. Now, Webster defines the word dedication as the setting aside for a particular purpose. That is what we're gathered here for tonight, the dedication or the setting aside of this addition for the purpose of devoting its use to the public safety of this community. There'll be no doubt that the tangible items that will be built into this building, as well as the equipment that will be housed here, and are here expressly for the purpose of utilizing them in the public safety of our town. I suppose I sound somewhat biased when I say that in an emergency, no matter how severe, it's the fire service with all of their trained and dedicated people who will get the job done and get it done right. Again, I'm most pleased and happy to have been asked to say these few words at this dedication, and I hope that you will enjoy this wonderful facility, and may it serve you and the community to the fullest measure for which it was designed. Thank you very much. I'd like at this time to just introduce a few people who are out there before I introduce the mayor. I'd like to ask to stand up and take a bow our former fire marshal here in the town of Hamden, who served the town for 42 years and who is a former member and a former paid employee in this particular fire station, Al Pearce. That's right, first driver here. What were you driving at that time, Al? I was just wondering, are any other of my paid officers out there? Lieutenant Spencer, is he out there? Lieutenant Gilbert Spencer? And then I see a few other paid members, Fred Fletcher. Are there any other paid men out there? Will you please stand and I'll sound off your name. I can't see them all from here. Mark Pratt, Tony Malillo. Another fire commissioner out there. Commissioner Saslow, is he out there? I saw him. I'd like also at this time to introduce 2 members. They're not members of this company. They're members of Volunteer Company Number 7 on Shepherd Avenue, but they had a great deal to do with the construction of this building. The Warner brothers, John and Frank. Please take a bow. And I think I neglected to mention another paid member out there, Howie Hurlbut, who also works here.
from this Mount Carmel area in 1778, 30 Mount Carmel militiamen met the British invaders on what is now the corner of Gulf and Whaley Avenue and fought a skirmish, Mount Carmelites. Mount Carmelites and Hamdenites are still fighting this skirmish as volunteers. As those men volunteered then, 200 years ago, to repel invaders, farmers, merchants, whatever they were, left their farms, left their businesses to respond to the call to repel a foreign enemy, so this fire company still represents that spirit. It represents the spirit that when that fire bell rings, they respond. They respond from their jobs wherever they may be. Sometime more, sometime less, depending on when that bell goes off. It's a tradition. This is the type of tradition that we should never lose in this town. It is the thing and reason that inspired me when I was approached by the officers of this volunteer company. And they said they wanted to expand their facility. To me, it made a great deal of sense. Not only to expand the facilities of this town on the paid employee basis, but to always maintain in this town a position for the citizens of this community to be able to volunteer for themselves, to do for themselves because they love their town. This town will always be a great town so long as we have that spirit exemplified by this company.
Chief?
It all comes down to one thing, and it's this, my friends. With the clanging of the bells and the screaming of the sirens, the heroic firefighters, paid or volunteer, immediately without any hesitation, begin to leap into action. Within minutes, the town's water supply has been tapped. The flames, which threaten to complete destruction, are now brought under control. My friends, this is what it's all about. Indeed, this is why you're dedicating tonight this addition to this firehouse. This is why you are coming together and holding a meeting. This is why you wear a uniform. This is why you wear a badge. Because when the bell clangs, when the siren roars, someone is in need. Someone is in need of help because tragedy has stricken them. And I want to say to you that I would hope that whenever the bell clangs or whenever the siren roars, although you may never wear a badge, although you may never be affiliated with the fire department, you will be sympathetic and you will be understanding, and hopefully you will indeed look up to these men, because these men are the men who save your lives like they saved the lives of 4 members of my family who are still living today. Thank you.